Hi everybody, Joe Brancato, the airgun scientist here at the Skunk Works Lab. And boy, are we excited to introduce our new Carette 2. What is it? Well, it's a 4,500 PSI compressor that you can use to fill your large tanks, such as our Great White, Tiger, or Guppy, or you can directly fill your air gun. The Carette 2 is 100% turnkey. All you need to do is plug it into a 110, 120 volt AC outlet, connect it to your gun, and it will automatically turn off. Typically at 4,500 is where we have them set, but you can set it to any pressure that you want if you're going to fill your gun. The Carette will fill these tanks, our largest tank, the Great White, which is 97 cubic feet, in under an hour. We timed it as about 55 minutes. So let's just call it an hour, make it math simple. At 60 minutes, it'll do it from 0 to 4,500. Typically, you're not going to fill it from empty. You're going to fill it from 3,000 to 4,500. That's only 1/3 as much air. 1/3 of an hour now is 20 minutes to top this tank off. Same thing with the Guppy, multiply it by 0.2. If it took 20 minutes to fill it from empty, it's times 0.2 is 12 minutes. And 1/3 of that is 4 to 5 minutes to top it off. So the Carette has some good speed. It has a condensate filter and a molecular sieve filter, and it's a good 3-stage compressor. It's not a piece of junk. We worked for a long time in developing this. One of the things we're looking at is air cool versus water cool. If anyone has ever heard of a Volkswagen from my generation, those little beasts couldn't be killed. They are air cooled, not water cooled. So there's nothing wrong with air cooled. This has a nice powerful fan that blows over it. Now, why did we go that way? Because we're cheap? No, because it's more reliable. There's no water to leak, no water pump to go bad, no water you have to buy, or more correctly, antifreeze. And so it's just a better system. Again, the motor is air cooled and it's a 2 horsepower motor. It's got plenty of power behind it. The new Carette comes with digital gauge, and we'll go into that in another video of what it can do. But with a digital gauge, you can set it accurately to 4,500 and it shuts off at 4,500, as opposed to like a mechanical gauge, 45, 4420, 4580. You don't have any of that problems. And then that means less burst discs are going to go bad on you. And as we said, it's 100% turnkey. It even comes with the oil that is required to fill it. Now this is one filling. I'd suggest you buy an extra quart when you call us up. And speaking of oil, there's a sight glass to let you know exactly how much oil's in there, and it lets you see the condition of the oil as well. That way you can monitor, hey, is that oil getting a little dark, got to be cleaned up, or what? So that's another nice feature, a carryover from the original Carette. The original Carette was a great unit, so we're bringing a lot of those features over here. It's 50 hours to change the oil. Again, you can see the sight glass. Keep an eye on it. If you feel you want to go a little sooner, that's fine. And 20 hours to change the molecular sieve. We do give you an extra bag or two of molecular sieve. And to make it easy, the digital gauge also tracks the running hours on the machine. One of the points that Alex, my cameraman, pointed out was he liked the fact that it was a really nice open design. It comes with a full year warranty, and we always tell everybody, talk nice, it's longer. But it's a 1-year guarantee. And if you ever do have to work on it, it's easy to get to. It's not inside this box that is really tough to get to. Like, you know, maybe in a few years from now, you're like, I want to change the valves or something. You don't have to dig into a box. It's right here. It's easy to work on. So if you look at the specs on the machine, it'll say it's 120 volts AC at 12.5 amps. I'm 99% sure that 12.5 amps is the starting current, because we have a little amp meter. It's doing under 5 amps. It was like 4.8 amps. It's 36 kilos, which is about $4 million in coke. No, sorry. It's about 79 pounds. And as for dimensions, the footprint is 16 inches by 22.5 inch footprint by 18 inches tall. Some of the features of the build quality that we would like to discuss about the Carette 2. It has wheels here so that, see the handle? You can just tilt it up and roll it like a dolly. And then it also has these 8, I'll call them suction cups, so that when you're laying it flat on the ground, it is no longer on the metal frame. It is on these 8 suction cups, which are vibration isolators or dampers. So that's kind of cool. So it, which brings up the topic of noise. It's quiet. It kind of sounds like a sewing machine. I would give it about that much noise. I mean, that's about as good as I can guesstimate it sounds like, as a sewing machine. It's not obnoxious. You can keep a conversation in a room with it. It's got a nice, really nice, heavy-duty frame. Another thing that I really like that we upped on the Carette 2, this is the old Carette's cooling coil. And we're going to show you with a little walk around of the unit all of the new, heavier, larger, lots of cooling coils that are on this. So this thing is really designed well. I mean, this thing is, I'll tell you what, when we had this unit as the prototype, because we prototyped it and then we beat the snot out of it, our Bauer, which is an awesome compressor, died one day. And we used this for like a month and a half, filling customers' tanks up. And it worked great. It didn't have a hiccup. We loved the little unit. It was a little workhorse. It really got our respect, I'll say that. Like I said, we beat the snot out of the one we had, so we're pretty thrilled with how well it works. And I think that's about it. It's small and compact. You know, at a footprint of what, 22 by 16? That's not much bigger than those little Chinese ones that are like, you know, like ying, 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 kind of. And this is going to fill up a tank quickly, and it'll last a long time. It's not going to be like my cameraman was saying, well, how can my little guy fill it up in not too far a rate, pretty close to that? And I'm like, yeah. And it's working the snot off. I said, he goes, yeah, I rebuilt it after 15 fills. Well, yeah, you don't have to rebuild this after 15 fills. This is slow, takes its time, but it fills fast because the motor isn't revving extremely fast. It's a nice big 2 horsepower motor, not a little tiny Cox 049 type sized engine. But anyway, that's about it. If you've got any questions, please feel free to put them down below. We love answering questions. And I hope you liked the video as much as I did making it. I throw a few dad jokes in there. I know they're not that funny, but it keeps me happy. I think I'm funny. So anyway, hey, this is Joe Brancato, the airgun scientist, saying take care and God bless.